Don't. Or just do what you want. Put it down. I told you to not mess with it, and you went on and messed with it.
I'm trying to move it.
I'm understand, and I told you to not. Well, good morning.
What?
I don't know who's here, but good morning. Glad to have you. Sound off if you would in the chat there, and I'll call you by name for anybody who comes back and watches later. Probably won't be anybody come back and watch later. All right, get some things over here out of the way. Well, good morning, everybody. It's a wonderful day in Lomah. There's about half the snow on the ground that was on the ground a couple of days ago. It's winter time, and it's going to be 50 degrees on Christmas here. What in the world?
50 degrees is hot.
For winter time, for Christmas Day, it's pretty hot. Pretty hot. Put your shoulder away. So, stop. You know how to behave. Behave. All right. Got a little distraction off in the background. It's a 5-year-old distraction. Y'all can't guess who that is, little sprout. Well, I hope that the person or people in here are doing well. Your health is in good order. I hope that you are ready for whatever holiday it is coming up that you celebrate. Christmas, Hanukkah, Yule, I think, passed last night. Maybe it's tonight. Not real sure. Ramadan's usually about this time. Not sure about that one, though. Or I should say I'm even less sure about that one than I am about Yule. Kwanzaa. Look, whatever you celebrate, may God bless you on your holidays. Little Sprout wants me to tell you Little Sprout's name. Little Sprout.
No.
That's your name on here. We're not going to argue about it. I don't have a finite plan for what to chit chat about today, so I keep seeing that there's a second person in here. I've seen the first person, wondering who the second might be. If you don't mind, hey, come on.
Is Farmer Kid on there?
Not that I can tell. Farm Kid number 1 is not on here as far as I can tell. Hey. So Papa Sprout decides to go live, and it seems like Little Sprout has said, I'm going to do everything I can to misbehave. Although he happens to have settled down just for the moment. I just wanted to give everybody an update. We said on my last live that we were getting ready to blast out a bunch of videos. I haven't put out a video yet. I apologize for that for those that have been looking forward to them. Wife got called into work. She was off work all weekend, so we're going to get all these videos made. Ring, 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 almost as soon as I hung up. Did you come into work? And that just threw everything off. And then my work schedule in combination with her already scheduled work schedule has made it very impossible to record. And we then we got sick. Well, she got sick, and I can make all the recordings in the world, but they would just be thrown away and redone because I can't do very well. I try, and every time I try, I got to redo whatever I videoed or just not show it.
Can I have something else? Come on.
You can watch. This is a good show. You like it.
I watched it before.
I know. You watched that episode you just watched before. Trying to It's the word I'm looking for. Trying to take back control of the TV and let him only watch certain things and not watch the same thing 5,000 times, but watch a couple of different things more times. Things like that. Yeah, he's 5. He doesn't like that.
Nope.
And it doesn't matter because I'm the parent. So anyway, we believe we are healthy. We believe we are ready to make some videos, and we are ready to get some Lomah Soap and Sundry products made. Everybody, I'm sure, who's watching our videos has heard of Lomah Soaps and Sundries, and quite a number, I am sure, have tried them. Some of you have given us great feedback and love them, and we appreciate that. Let me drop that link in here right quick.
Oh.
So it's there. I keep getting hung up on looking at my numbers. It says there's 2 people in here, so I know one of you. The other one, if you don't mind sounding off, I'd like to say hello to you personally, give you a little shout out on the channel here. If not, that's fine. Totally up to you. With our schedule this week, we just utterly failed, especially with the being sick. We failed at the diet. We'll just leave it at that. I've gained some weight back, but I haven't got much back, and I'm not going to discuss it because I didn't weigh myself this morning. You watch something you're allowed to watch, and do not adjust the volume. Here. We're back to it, and we'll be getting some videos out about that here soon as well. And I'm saying here soon. I'm not going to say this weekend, because I know as soon as I say we're going to do it this weekend and absolutely commit to it, something's going to happen. And my wife will get called into work again, or I'll get sick, or something.
Or mama.
But our primary goal right now is some of the videos we're running behind on. We want to get those wrapped up, just so everybody knows. And I've talked to quite a few people about doing a collaboration in reference to the Baker Creek catalog. Shall I say fiasco? I don't know a better word to put in there, really. It's not really fiasco, but it seemed like everybody got at least 2. If you got them so far, it seemed like you got at least 2, if not 3 copies of the Baker Creek catalog. And my wife and I brainstormed after seeing so many people post in our Facebook groups about it. We come up with an idea. We got a collaboration in the works, and that is our first video to get up, because people are waiting on it, and then we're going to fall back to our other collaboration videos that are late. And to all of the hosts of those collaborations, I most sincerely apologize for my tardiness. Little Sprout, back away from the TV. Now. Back away. Excuse me. I'm going to say it now. We're 10 minutes in. I'm surprised I'm already that far in, and I've been able to run my giblets. I'm not going to stay on here a full hour. I am not going to stay on here a full hour today, unless we get a buttload of people in and everybody starts asking questions. Because again, I didn't jump on here with a specific plan on what to talk about, this, that, or the other thing. I just have a few little highlights to touch, and I touched on one. I touched on two of them so far. I really don't. That was all I had to touch on. Um, and kind of an update to let everybody know that we are finally getting back to health here, and organization and things like that. Um, we are ready to move forward. So for those that have been looking, once again, looking for our videos that we said we're going to be out, whether it's individual videos that we put out or collaborations that we put out with other people, or whatever the case may be. Well, that came out wrong. I'm not doing a collaboration with somebody, but like somebody is doing a collaboration that we're going to put a video into. That's what I meant. So, well, frankly, life happens, and it happened to us. So we'll be catching up. So I now see 3 people in here. Once again, I invite you to say hi into the chat. I can say hi back specifically to you, and if you choose not to, that's fine. You can do what you want. I hope everybody is paying attention to the happenings across our country at the federal and local levels, and state levels. Some people call state local. I call local like my city, but I hope you're paying attention. And even if you don't want to talk about it, that is absolutely understandable. But I hope you're paying attention and educating yourself and looking at both sides of the views and voting accordingly. Good day, Any Yard Homestead. Glad to have you along. Worldwide recognized, somebody from Australia. I think I'm gonna say that every time I see you in one of my lives. But I just hope that everybody. I don't really know what's going on in Australia. I'm not paying that much attention there, but in our country, there's a lot of upheaval, and I just hope everybody's paying attention. And if you think, for example, I live in Ohio, so I'm watching what's going on at the federal level. I'm not going to give you my opinion on it. I'm watching what's happening at my state and local level, but I'm also watching what's happening in other states. Because some people would say, oh, what's happening in Florida is not going to affect Ohio. Well, that's not true. It very much is. Now, it may not affect me tomorrow, but it's going to affect me. Maybe the state of Florida just enacted, and I have no idea about Florida doing this. That's why I'm very specifically using this example. But maybe the state of Florida just enacted an increase in their sales tax. That's going to affect me if I purchase something online out of Florida. So, pay attention. I don't think that a raise in sales tax, for example, in one state is going to have as much effect on me not near the effect that, for example, the gun confiscation bills in Virginia.
We're literally just in Virginia.
So, yes, we were in Virginia. So I just hope that everybody's paying attention. I hope you're paying attention to laws in your various localities and states that affect your ability to homestead. Are you allowed to keep chickens on your property? See, in my state, there's a law that has been proposed in the last General Assembly and now in this General Assembly. In this General Assembly, it's called House Bill 124. And because that bill is sitting in committee, I don't know if it's in committee or subcommittee. I just looked at it last night and I've forgotten because there was kind of some wording both ways. And this severe drought. Yeah. We had a pretty bad drought here in my home this past summer. Thankfully, we didn't have wildfire problems. Um, and I just seriously hope that everything settles out for you there, because both of those, the severe drought and the wildfires, are problematic, to say things as nicely as I can. It can be hard on people, and if something's getting close and you got to evacuate, and then you got, if you're a homesteader that's got all the animals and whatnot, not only do you have to evacuate you, you have to evacuate your animals too, and that can be scary and hard as, if not impossible, because where are you going to take yourself and everything? So you definitely have my prayers coming your way for those problems. Walterman Homestead, good morning. Thanks for stopping by. We're extremely glad to have you here. Um, because you're one of the people affected directly, I'm going to very quickly say it again. We said we were going to get some videos out. The Baker Creek collaboration being the one that most affects you, from me. Um, we said we were going to do it 2 weeks ago, and then my wife got called into work that night, like almost as soon as I turned off the live. Her work called her, and then she got sick, and so we're just now getting recovered. So we are going to try very hard. Now, that said, there was also some other things that we were waiting on. Could have done the videos without the information that I just got yesterday, but getting it yesterday is nice to have and add to. It's going to make it even exciting, in my opinion. So that's actually today. That's going to be the first video we work on, and then I owe like 3 other people collaborations, so those are going to be our next video. So, but going back to what I was saying, is we've got a law in our General Assembly here in Ohio, House Bill 124, where the state level government is telling the localities, assuming that this bill passes and is signed into law by the governor, the state government is telling localities that you cannot prevent homeowners from owning, depending on the amount of land, but within the city, if they own an acre, you have to have, you have to allow them to have 3 goats, 20 chickens, 20 rabbits, and other things like that. And it's sitting in committee, and it's been sitting in committee for 3 years now. The whole previous General Assembly, it sat in committee, and it was reintroduced in this General Assembly, and it's sitting in committee. But because it's sitting in committee, the localities don't want to do anything about it. And there's a lot of, for example, my locality is very interested in lessening the restriction on it. Right now, I'm not allowed to have most of the stuff here that I'm not allowed to have most of the stuff on the orchard that I've got on the orchard, at my house, which is why it's on the orchard. My city council, because of my city's populace, is looking at lessening or relaxing the rules of the zoning department, or however that is worded, wherever it fits in. But they don't want to do that until the state does it, because, of course, if you change your law, as a locality, you have to make sure that it follows the laws of the state. It just costs money, and I understand that. But of course, that bill's just sitting there. Whole point being, and many of you who would ever watch a live of mine follow Amy. I don't want to butcher her name. I'm sorry about it up front. Amy Fewell. And she posted something on Facebook and on a couple of her groups about this today. And I just want to reiterate it into your memory, hopefully. Pay attention, because elections have consequences. And if I'm not telling you which way to vote. Just educate yourself and vote accordingly. And that's the best thing I can do. Good morning to Farm Kid number one and family. Uh, we appreciate you stopping in and saying good morning. Merry Christmas back. Um, Say it quick because they can't stay long.
Tell Farm Kid One Merry Christmas.
Little Sprout has asked me to relay a message to Farm Kid One since you are here, and he has asked me to say Merry Christmas to her especially. So Merry Christmas to Farm Kid number one at Farming Our Backyard. We're not staying on long, by the way. It just a quick live to let everybody know that we're still alive. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. There's 2 people in here who haven't said who they are yet. I invite you to do so. Again, I'd like to have people in watching just give at least one time hello or something. This way I can say your name out loud. Equally, I always recommend towards the end of my lives that everybody goes back through and looks at the other channels who have chatted in here. And if you, well, I guess I'm doing it now. Look at the other channels who are chatting in here. And if you think that they are a channel that you could view some of their content and learn from, like their stuff, etc., please don't hesitate to give them a subscription. Always trying to support each other. Sorry, my boy's watching. Well, he's a boy, so we let him watch boy stuff. And yes, I know there'll be people out there. What's the difference? Look, come on, y'all. He's watching, I don't know, Spy Kids or something, and he's getting into it. So anyway,
Not doing this again.
I've kind of hit my points for the day. Farming Our Backyard, thanks. I hope you have a good day as well. Merry Christmas to you. We are Farm Kid number one said, well, they all, Nathan and Jerry and Farm Kid number one, all said to say Happy Christmas, but they said to say especially from Farm Kid number one. So you got a Farm Kid number one Merry Christmas. Whoop, whoop.
I'm just telling this out there. Merry Christmas, everybody.
But what about everybody else who doesn't celebrate Christmas? Maybe our friends who are Jewish celebrate Hanukkah. Happy Hanukkah.
Yeah, happy Hanukkah. Merry Christmas.
There's more. What about our friends who... Now, I don't want to say anything wrong, so I'm not going to go into detail. We'll research it later. But what about our friends who might celebrate Kwanzaa?
What's Kwanzaa?
I don't know enough about it to...
Is it the Festival of Lights?
No, that's Hanukkah. Good morning, Broussards. We are extremely glad to have you here today. Thanks for stopping by.
What was the
Kwanzaa.
Happy
Joyous.
Merry Christmas, happy joyous.
Happy joyous. You're silly.
Happy Hanukkah.
Happy Hanukkah. Joyous.
Joyous.
Kwanzaa.
Kwanzaa.
And then what about our friends who celebrate the Yule? No, that's Hanukkah. Hanukkah is the festival of lights. Okay, so here a little bit about us. We celebrate. Sorry about hitting the computer. We celebrate Christmaka, which is a mixture of Hanukkah and Christmas, because we are Christians, and everybody knows that. Well, I don't want to say everybody, but generally speaking, everybody knows that Christmas is a celebration of what? Little Sprout, what is Christmas a celebration of?
Happy joy and cheer.
Happy joy. It's a celebration of Jesus' birth, right?
Yeah.
Joyeux Noël. Feliz Navidad.
At least somebody
One of our people in here, and I probably pronounced it wrong, but one of the people in here, Little Sprout, one of the people in here said Joyeux Noël because that is French for Merry Christmas. Um, anyway, we celebrate Christmas because we're Christians and we celebrate Christmas, of course, but we very much respect the roots, the Israelite and Hebrew roots of which Christianity came out of, and put that over there very gently. Don't mess with it anymore. Good morning, reap what you sow. Merry Christmas back to you as well. Thank you for that. I don't. We'll put it back. We we respect very much the roots, the Hebrew roots that Christianity came out of. So we also celebrate Hanukkah and some of the other biblically mandated high holidays of the Jewish religion. Well, we at least honor them. We don't really celebrate them because we're still learning about all of that stuff. But you know, I'm an American citizen, and and frankly, even as a Christian, one of the biggest things I believe in is someone's free will and right to believe what they want to believe. So if you want to believe that, you know, the Muslim religion is the way to follow, good on you. And happy Ramadan. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that in a disrespectful way if it's not at this time of year this year. Some years it is, but I've seen it as far out as June. I don't know why that hid, but I let it go. I just happy whatever it is you celebrate. Know that when I say Happy Christmaka, I'm celebrating that I'm sharing a happy holiday greeting. We as this nation, and again, I don't know how it is over in Australia. Josh, feel free to chime in if you want. Give me just a second, okay? In my eyes, if a person wishes me happy holidays, they've just been nice to me. I don't think that they slighted me as a Christian by not saying Happy Christmas or Merry Christmas. I think that they just don't want to offend anybody, and people are too scared of offending people these days. And to me, it's sad that the offended are offended. Just get over the fact that they might not know what you celebrate, and they want to wish you a happy greeting and accept it. That's my opinion. You don't have to follow it. You don't have to take it. Now, what were you trying to say?
I'm just saying this out there. Happy Christmas.
Happy Christmas. Be careful now. You all right? Sorry, we had a spill.
I'm a Power Ranger.
Dave Dave Northwater. I actually caught about the last 30 seconds of her live right before I came over. And so I know of her. I don't know her in depth. I haven't watched a lot of her stuff, but I do know of her. So I believe it's the first time. I just happened to look up. I believe it's the first time it happened to me. It just changed. There's 7 people in here now. There were 6, and there were 6 thumbs up. I thought that was pretty cute. Now there's 7. So whoever just popped in, please feel free to say hello. And guys, as I have said many times, and I'm going to say again, please feel free to look at the other members in the chat and whoever, go to their channel if there's something that you might enjoy on their page or their channel or however you'd say it. Please feel free to show some support to each other. You having fun watching yourself? So, all right, I'm already at almost a half hour. I'm kind of surprised. So, guys, don't hesitate to throw questions out here. I'm not a real busy channel in my chats here, so I don't even necessarily need you to throw them in all caps.
I'm throwing this out there. I'm almost 6.
You're almost 6. You got a couple months yet, but you're getting close.
Yes.
We've got it's several weeks out yet, but he's got his middle of the year school testing to do because standardized tests tell the teachers everything, don't they?
Actually, I don't have a session. I don't have school at all today.
You are right. Today is Saturday. Although we're probably going to do a lesson or two just to start. We're way behind in a couple of subjects.
How about 1?
Okay, we'll see. So we're going to do a little bit of catching up today too. So we've just got a busy weekend, and of course, but thankfully we're all done with all of our Christmas stuff except for one thing.
Christmas.
And I'm not.
And Hanukkah.
And so now it's Hanukkah.
Yeah, you.
Oh, you're silly.
You always love Hanukkah as well.
I know, I do. I joke around because that's just who I am. So.
You're a joker. I mean, you're a joker. You're a type of joker. You joke around.
Dave, I'm going to have to tell you, I don't really recognize what that means. I hope that it looks like you might have been speaking to reap what you sowed. If that's the case, I don't know the answer to that question. So, with that said, you got anything else you need to say to everybody? Because I'm going to go ahead and wind it down. I know it's been short, but again, we've got life to live. And
bye, everybody.
Well, he said bye. I guess that's his day. So.
And I'm just throwing this out there. Merry Christmas.
You're just throwing a lot out there today, aren't you?
Yep.
We really appreciate you being here. To everybody who is patiently waiting our videos, and even those who are impatiently waiting them, we appreciate your patience tremendously. Do look forward to it. If I owe you a collaboration, or if you have spoken up about a collaboration I've put together, it's coming very, very soon, I promise. We think life has settled down just enough for us to get those in. And once again, check each other out and give each other some support if appropriate. Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah. I came up with all kind of different what's the word I'm looking for? Daddy's brain just went totally dead. Different greetings for each holiday, but I'm not going to do them all. Whatever holiday you celebrate, may it be blessed. Always remember, this is the day that the Lord has made. Rejoice and be glad in it. We will see you on some videos. We probably won't see you, but we'll see your comments. And we will look forward to your comments on those and some interaction on them. We look forward to your responses on the collaborations especially. Y'all have a good day. May life treat you well, and we'll see you next time.